All right.
That's the score. What are we waiting for? I'm supersonic, a rebel to the core. What are we waiting for? I'm the dude with toot, a rebel to the core. I'm Sonic, the hedgehog. That's the score. Ha! What are we waiting for?
Hey guys and gals, it's me Super Rocket and welcome to the first ever review in this brand new studio. And of course, naturally, it will be about the Sonic movie 2, since this is also the end of Sonic the Marathon Tree. So let's conclude everything in one nice little bow right here, right now. So of course, I'm gonna be doing a non-spoiler review and then we're gonna go on to some spoilers. You got that? Alrighty then. Wait, did I? You heard that too, right? Huh. Alrighty then. Oh, I did again.
3, 2, 1.
Ready for liftoff, super zing, your rocket. Get ready for it. Sonic the Marathon Tree, hooray! The second movie is on its way. Let's see the content for today. So in this movie, Eggman, aka Dr. Robotnik, in most of the movie's content, lovely enough, was able to escape from the Mushroom Planet thanks to Knuckles the Echidna, a brand new character to the movie franchise anyways. So Sonic was able to go and stop Dr. Robotnik with the help of Tails, while Tom and Maddie go on to vacation / go to Maddie's sister's wedding while all of this is happening. Just seems like a typical day in the life of me and my roommate Lynette Lance. Oh god, oh my goodness, what is happening? Oh god, get out of here, monster god. Help me out here. It's a bit difficult to maneuver around this guy. That's another one for the bingo list. Oh my god. One thing I really like about this movie is that even though they are trying to put the humans in a different story so that they can focus more on Sonic and the brand new characters, and also so that Sonic doesn't have to be concerned for their health, the humans are still involved in the plot in some way. They technically act as a main guide for Sonic in his brand new journey to find out what it truly takes to become a true hero. I seem to notice that a lot of Sonic fans, not every Sonic fan mind you, is a bit dismissive when it comes to the human characters in these movies, in particular this one, which I mean, I understand. We all want to focus on Sonic, want to know what's up with him. This is a Sonic movie after all. But I don't think we should dismiss them completely because there are some genuinely good moments in this that really enhance the movie. Like, I remember one scene in Hawaii where Tom is hanging out with Randall, which is Rachel's fiance, and it kind of foreshadows a little aspect of Sonic that's gonna be, I guess, reborn from the games into here at the very end of the movie, which I really like. And there's also this nice little advice that Tom Wachowski gave to Sonic at the beginning of the movie, which he then later on uses somewhere at the tail end of the movie. I'm not gonna spoil that much. So yeah, there are some great moments with the human characters and I appreciate it. Of course, one of the main scenes involving humans heavily that a lot of people have been criticizing in their reviews is the so-called wedding scene. I do like this because there's a lot more going on there. And honestly, I kind of feel like it should not be removed completely. Maybe they could have just shortened it a little bit, because it's honestly surprising that they go a bit in depth with the implications of what happened during that scene. And yeah, I actually kind of appreciate it. They could have just made it like a simple, fast joke and that would be it. But no, they explored it, and it would have been easy to do a joke considering, you know, it involves Rachel. So yeah, I kind of feel like that wedding scene should be shortened a bit so we can have more time with other aspects of the movie, such as Tails. But even though we don't have much of Tails in this film as a lot of people would want, especially when it comes to Sonic fans, I kind of really like what they were doing with Tails in this. This is a pretty good version of him. I really like how they implemented the backstory from the games into the movies. It is a bit different, but I think they did a pretty good job. It is a bit creepy though, but it's fine. I think it's alright. And I do really like that Tails is able to look up to Sonic a lot more in this continuity because he has to be separate from everybody else for a long time since he has all these freaky nature speedy powers. But soon enough in the first movie he learns that he could use these powers to do some good and protect the ones he cares about. And of course this leads into Tails being inspired by him due to the nature of his two tails and his smarts. So yeah, I really like the little bond these two have in the movie continuity. It's pretty good and pretty effective. Although for those who haven't watched the movie, rest assured, even though Tails doesn't have that much screen time as a lot of people would hope, at least there is one thing that a lot of people were hoping for that did come true. Tails actually has a gun. That's right, he has a gun, folks. They finally did it. It's true, the toys weren't fake. He actually has a gun. Yes, let's go. Anyways, to our second new anthropomorphic animal character, we got Knuckles, which of course is one of the main things that they market in a lot of the advertising for this movie. Even this poster, which is, it's zoom into a little poster from the movie. And yeah, I understand why they want to market this guy because, let's see the list here, alright? We got here, he's a pretty cool rival to Sonic. They contrast each other nicely and oh, that's a nice bonus point there. You have Idris Elba voicing the character and memes. Meme. Approved. What?
Do you know the way? Do you know the way?
So of course they went for the rival approach to his character in this movie, which makes sense since that's how he debuted back in 1994. In fact, I kind of feel like if you take that 1994, 16-bit version of Knuckles and just ripped it up and slam it into this movie and do the few tweaks and you got yourself movie Knuckles. I actually really like this version. I kind of feel like they translated his appearance, his first debut nicely into movie form. They did a few tweaks to his origin to make it fit nicely into the movie continuity. And it's great. I really liked it. This is the best version of Knuckles we've seen in recent years. Who knows, maybe we'll see more in the future and maybe Frontiers and maybe even Origins with the cutscenes. And yeah, I think Idris Elba did a pretty good job with the voice. I know it's a bit different from what we're used to, but it works for him. So of course Knuckles teamed up with Dr. Robotnik in this film, so let's talk about him. One thing I really like about this version of Robotnik that I truly now appreciate in this movie is that they really embrace the robot in the Robotnik when it comes to this version of the character, especially when it comes to his lines. I kind of feel like it definitely sounds like what a robot would say in most occasions. And yeah, of course there are times where he does try to move like a robot in some ways. It makes sense since, he prefers robots over living things. That is how it is in the games. You literally try to change every single animal and put them into robots so you don't have to see those little living creatures. And yeah, I think they did a pretty good job with interpreting Dr. Robotnik, and then it's in full force here, which is really awesome since he's truly become Dr. Robotnik with the bald head and the puffy mustache. And yeah, of course I don't have to mention to you the mannerisms and movements of Jim Carrey that really enhances this, so I don't need to say that much there. Everybody else already said it. Of course, since we have two teams clashing with one another, how are the fight scenes in this movie? They're actually pretty amazing. I think they did a pretty good job. It's a big improvement from the last movie, even though they don't really have that much action sequence to begin with in that one, considering it's only Sonic. But here, since we have multiple characters from the games, oh yeah, it's pretty amazing. Especially this one where Sonic and Knuckles are clashing in the temple, and all the lightning effects made it look pretty more, I guess, epic is the best way to put it. And speaking of which, I guess this leads to me talking about how the presentation of this movie is as a whole. And yeah, we can talk about the colors and stuff. And safe to say, vibrant. Yeah, it's a huge step up from the first movie. Yeah, I kind of feel like in the first movie, Sonic feels a bit desaturated for some reason. I don't know what was going on there. Maybe it's because they had to do some tweaking since they had to do the redesigns and such. But here, this little poster doesn't lie. He looks as vibrant as he is here. So It's pretty appreciated. I don't know why he didn't look like that in the trailers. It made me worried for a bit when I was watching those, but oh well, they're pretty good in the movie. I'm surprised how much effort that they put in this movie. Do you know the scene where they're in the temple? That's not just, green screen with all the CG and stuff. No, they actually create sets for the temple. And yeah, technically there's only one main human character for this scene, and the rest is just the CGI creatures. So it's honestly pretty surprising how much effort they put in. They really do care about this project. I want to make it the best it could be. Speaking of effort, I do believe that they are aware that there are two main sets of people that are going to be watching this film. Of course, one of them is kids. I definitely do believe that this Sonic movie franchise is a very appealing, franchise for the kiddies. And of course, the other main target demographic for this film, of course, is us, Sonic fans, who've been watching this franchise since 1991 and technically onwards. And yeah, you can definitely tell from just watching the trailers, and there's a lot more where that came from in the movie, where it really shows that they want us fans to be very happy. And hey, even if you're not these two demographics, I kind of feel like you'll still have fun in some capacity when watching this film. And hey, you don't even need to watch the first movie to watch this one. I kind of feel like it's still understandable without the context of the first one, but it will just enhance it a little bit if you watch both movies. So now that the non-spoiler review is done, it's time to get into those juicy spoilers. Oh boy, here we go. So without further ado, let's get into it. Cue the spoiler warning. Almost forgot that. So to start off this spoiler review, I want to talk about a certain aspect of this movie that was present in the games for quite a bit until recent games haven't really explored it that much. Well, for now at least. That's right, I'm talking about lore. Yeah. I really like how they were able to implement the game's lore, into the movie continuity. I was very curious to know how they're gonna do it because, first of all, there's a lot to cover when it comes to the Chaos Emeralds and the sword. And secondly, you gotta have this be related to the plot in some way. You can't just have this be dumped onto the movie and not, do something with it. And I think they did a pretty good job. We have the Chaos Emeralds be merged into the Master Emerald so that it'll be easier to implement a certain golden boy in the later half of the movie. And I also really like that Knuckles and Sonic's origins are intertwined thanks to the rivalry between the Owls and the Echidna tribe. And I really like that they explore more on the Owls because of course that's an exclusive thing to this continuity, and I think I really like the explanation there. And I also really like that they also have a reason as to why Sonic was sent to Earth in the first place, not to just be protected from the, all the hunters who want his power, but also to guard this big Master Emerald that has the Chaos Emeralds in it. So yeah, I really like what they were doing with the lore. Yes, in this movie. I think they did a pretty good job. Besides the lore, of course, there is some really fun video game references in here. There's stuff like, Sonic going down the temple slide, referencing Labyrinth Zone. Technically, Labyrinth Zone is in this film. Out of all the zones to reference in Sonic, they use Labyrinth Zone, and it's a literal labyrinth. Amazing. This is gonna be the best version of Labyrinth, right next to Sonic Force Labyrinth. You can't change my mind now. So yeah, they use a lot of video game stuff to really form the movie, but they're not afraid to actually do their own stuff with the Sonic universe, which I really appreciate. I really like that they have this ability for Tails using the Miles Electric where he can make duplicates of himself using holograms, which makes sense. He is a smart kid. It's understandable how he was able to do that, and it's a pretty fitting ability for somebody named Tails or nicknamed Tails. And I also love that they put more emphasis on Agent Stone in this movie. He only had like a small role in the first one, but a lot of people liked him so much that, they made a bigger role for him in the second. And I really appreciate that. I really liked that character. And I kind of feel like he's like the best, sidekick the best lackey to Dr. Robotnik we had so far in any version of the Sonic universe. That's right. I believe he's better than Scratching Grounder. He's better than Snively. He's better than those hyena wolf things. He's better than Opto. But anyways, yeah, I don't have anything against those characters. They're great in their own right. I wonder if somebody could make a video where they can rank all of these sidekicks to Eggman. Chow Mix? Yeah. Also, can you give me a box of Magic Spoon? I actually really want to try that. And hey, if we're talking about exclusive human characters, let's give a little shout out to Rachel. Of course, we mentioned the wedding scene, and she had a prominent role in it. And surprisingly, the people who were watching the movie in front of us actually really enjoyed that scene. I remember hearing them laugh a lot there, which is surprising. And yeah, it was enjoyable to watch, despite Sonic not being there. I know, we all want to see Sonic, but hey, it was a nice little breather. And I guess you can say it's the labyrinth zone in this movie, a break from the speedy, blue, fast action, I guess. But I think this is much more better than playing labyrinth zone, I'm pretty sure. And they had every right to just sleep through that scene. I mean, seriously, we had sit-up chairs. I went to a cinema where they had that because I gotta make the occasion special, am I right? I mean, yeah, if I cannot go to the blue carpet, this is the next best thing. But yeah, again, I probably think that's for the best. I mean, if I go to the blue carpet, I'll probably be the biggest Sonic fan in financial debt. Although the whole thing of taking small things from the first movie and making more emphasis on it in the second one doesn't always go out that well, in some occasions at least. I mean, I was surprised how much they go on with the joke where, Commander Walters just likes giving Olive Garden gift cards to people. I mean, I think that should have just been a Sonic movie 1 thing. Seriously, I was so shocked when they brought that back. I mean, some people made jokes about it, but yeah, I didn't think they need to bring it back. Now I don't know what's gonna happen with the Shadow storyline. Maria was like a sister to me. We go to Olive Garden every day. That's why I like giving people gift cards. Well, I mean, I guess if that works, then yeah, you can put that in movie tree. And yes, I mentioned Shadow. Shadow was of course in the post-credit scene of this movie, which is amazing. And what's also amazing is that we got to see Supersonic, the Golden Boy, at the very end of the movie with the big battle with the Deathfake robot. It's pretty cool. And one thing I really want to take away from this is that, of course, some people were leaked beforehand when it comes to these two aspects of the movie being on screen. But I kind of feel like nowadays, with it being more and more difficult to avoid spoilers, I feel like what movie makers should focus on is not just having these aspects of the movie, but also, making it pack a punch despite of you knowing it beforehand. You need to have the audience be like, oh my god, it actually happened, this is so cool, even though they already knew about it. And yeah, I think this movie did a pretty decent job at implementing that idea. So hopefully more movie makers should focus on that. And it's kind of fitting that the post-credit scene is about Shadow since, well, if you guys don't know, the director of this movie and the previous movie, Jeff Fowler, actually worked on the CG cutscenes for the Shadow the Hedgehog spin-off game. So we kind of come full circle in a way, which is pretty cool. And I'm really excited for what's gonna happen in movie 3. There's a lot of potential, a lot of questions to be asked, like, well, are they still gonna keep the stuff with Maria and such? Because, well, I mean, if you're a Sonic fan,
Maria!
But we'll have to wait and see. Besides, we also have that Knuckles series that's gonna happen next year. But anyways, let's bring it all back to the Sonic movie 2. And it's a pretty great movie. I kind of feel like the first movie was more like, a movie using Sonic game elements. But here, it definitely feels like a Sonic game brought to life with a few interesting creative liberties here and there. So yeah, I can definitely say with full confidence that this is a good Sonic movie. Full stop. Yeah. So with that said, whoa! Oh my goodness, Daniel. Oh my goodness.
You thought I was gonna miss this
Ow.
little first ever review in this brand new studio?
Can't get up.
No way, I'm the interrupter, your good old arch nemesis here to cause some mischief. Just as always, just different house. Good thing that laser still had some energy.
Leonard, you gotta do something for me. Oh man, sure Daniel, what do you want me to do? You gotta play me a video of Sam procrastinate screaming.
Wait, what?
Trust me, just do it.
Okay, I trust you. We known each other for years already, so I'm guessing you know what you're doing. I think this will do it, I'm sure.
I think what happened is because
Okay, all right.
It gives you power? What? I didn't know. I didn't know this.
Oh my goodness.
Ah, my eyes. Oh my goodness.
With the power of Sam's screams, I can finally destroy you. Goodbye, Mischief Maker. Chaos!
Don't do it.
Blast!
Which is inflammable, by the way.
Cool. Lena, can you move back? I want to finish the review. Oh yeah, sure. Okay. Anyways, it's time to wrap this up. So with that said, alright guys and gals, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, this is the end of Sonic the Marathon 3. I had a lot of fun making it. And of course, it led up to me moving into a brand new house where we have a lot more adventures to go. Of course, this isn't the end for Sonic on this channel. Of course, we have a lot more stuff to look forward to in terms of games like Sonic Origins, Sonic Frontiers, and especially TV shows. You know, we have the Sonic Prime TV show that's hopefully still coming out this year. I think it definitely will. And yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff. We also have Sonic's birthday in June, so this isn't the end for Sonic just yet here. So in this, you know, on this year. So until then, guys, rock it on. Sonic Sneeze! It's a canon ability!